prisoner in the bag. I'm an official historian of the Civil War, especially in the Navy Battle of Hampton Roads. For the first time, the world saw an advance in warships as two ironclads took battle against each other in March of 1862. This was not just a historic turning point of the naval ships, but a strategic advance America had that no other country had heard of. At the start of the Civil War, President Abraham Lincoln ordered a blockade of Navy ships on April 19, 1861, around all of the South. It was all a part of General Winfield Scott's Anaconda Plan of the North. At the time, the United States Navy had only 90 vessels, of which half were sailing ships. It did not have a very big effect until the Navy Department added 150 more ships to the service. The succeeded southern states tried to get past this blockade. These ships had to be very fast, but had a small carrying capacity. 5 out of every 6 blockade runners were destroyed or captured. This extremely hurt the South's economy, drastically forcing them to find new ideas and developments in the South to fix the economy. Cotton exports were reduced 95% from 10 million bales in the 3 years prior to the war to just 500,000 bales, as during the Civil War. The blockade proved to be very effective. However, one great and mighty ship tried to change all of that. The USS Merrimack was a Union ship in the Navy before the Civil War. Unfortunately, in May of 1861, it sunk in shallow water outside Virginia. Secretary of Navy for the Confederacy, Stephen Mallory, claimed to the ship and ordered it to be repaired and to have iron plating on it around May 18th. It officially started building in Norfolk Naval Shipyard, which is around Portsmouth, Virginia, on May 30th, 1861. A year later, on March 7, 1862, the new and the first ironclad ship was built. Two of the main ship designers for the Merrimack were John L. Porter and John Brooks. The ship had many names. One of the names was USS Merrimack, with or without the letter K at the end, and the USS Virginia. The ship's captain was Captain Buchanan, but on March 9th it was Lieutenant Charles. Captain Buchanan was injured by the USS Commerce on March 8th. The USS Monitor was the Union's first ironclad ship. It was designed by Swedish-born John Ericsson. He was begged by Secretary of the Union Navy, Gideon Wells, who needed an ironclad to fight the USS Virginia in the Mason. On October 25, 1861, Wells accepted Ericsson's plan. It was a very basic ship design, except it had a rotating turret with 2 cannon guns and most of the ship underwater. Gideon Wells also put in the competition for the best ironclad design to challenge Ericsson's plan. 17 submitted their ideas, but only John Ericsson proved to be worthy. While the main ship design was being produced, a public demonstration of the turret gun blew up and killed 6. His plan was not looking too bright. On January 30, 1862, 101 days after the plan was accepted, the Monitor was built. Its captain was John Warden. The ship had a record of 47 new patented devices, but it had major problems as the ship was launched. It went southward from its home, Gosport Naval Yard. Saturday, March 8, 1862, it was laundry day for the Union Navy. While they did their laundry, the USS Cumberland spotted the Merrimack. Cumberland Captain A.B. Smith described the Merrimack as a huge, half-submerged crocodile. Instantly, the captain ordered the fire. Shots directly hit the Merrimack, but ricocheted and bounced right off. A horrified officer mumbled to a fellow sailor, "Looks just like Indian rubber balls." After 5 minutes into the fighting, the ships were so close, some of the cannon muzzles touched the ships. Then the Merrimack rammed the Cumberland, causing a major leak. During the ramming, the iron rammer was broken off the Merrimack. The USS Cumberland sank as the Confederate monster moved to the next ship in the blockade. Seeing what happened, the captain of the USS Congress ordered the ship to shallow water. The Merrimack and the Congress exchanged fire for about an hour until the Congress surrendered. The Union battery opened fire on the northern shore. This angered the Confederate ironclad as they fired red-hot shots at the Congress, setting her on fire. Soon all guns ceased fire. The slow-moving Merrimack moved to attack the USS Minnesota, who was staying away from the Merrimack. The Merrimack halted a day and sailed briefly away. The ship had some damage, like a blown-off smokestack, loose plating, and two out-of-order cannons, but was ready to fight in the morning. This was one of the days the Confederate Navy was stronger than the Union Navy. Around 250 Union sailors were lost. On the night of March 8, 1862, the USS Minnesota enjoyed what they thought was their last day, since they were stuck in the sandbar from running away. On March 9th, at 1 a.m., a strange Union ship appeared by the side of the Minnesota. It was the Monitor. The morning of March 9th, around 7 o'clock, the Merrimack approached, baffled and confused at the strange ship. A sailor on the Merrimack nicknamed the Monitor a cheese box on a raft. The two ironclad ships went to battle for 4.5 hours. Finally, the Merrimack drew off, ending the Battle of Hampton Roads. This is the first ironclad battle. The next day, March 9th. After the battle on March 9, 1862, each ironclad ship went in their own directions. The Merrimack, a month later, visited Hampton Roads Oceanway one last time, but failed to draw the Monitor into a fight again. A month after that, Union troops were very close to capturing Norfolk, Virginia, the Merrimack's home. Since she was not seaworthy and the river was too shallow, the Confederate crew piled coal and 16,000 pounds of black powder and blew up the ship to avoid capture. The Union ship had done its part all year long, and on December 31st, 1862, the USS Monitor sunk in the high waves around Rhode Island. Luckily, the Union Navy had three more ironclads in their blockade. To this day, lots of countries have strong advanced metal ships very difficult to sink. Technology was advancing throughout American history. This battle proves and tells one great historic story.